defined by the guest. The employee who provides the guest experience must be not only well trained but highly motivated to meet the guest expectations and to do so consistently. So, if the role of the hospitality service provider is this important to the organization, the role of the hospitality management, whose leadership and managerial skills can influence employee attitudes and behavior greatly, is vital. So, next, motivating employees. So, motivation is a simple idea that is difficult to out into practice. To motivate means to instill a desire within a person that encourages the person to act. So, to give someone the incentive to act in a certain way is to motivate that person. Employee motivation is key to an organization success. It's the level of commitment, drive, and energy that a company workers bring to the role every day. So without it, companies experience reduced productivity, lower levels of output, and it's likely that the company will fall short of reaching important goals too. So next, managers' rules. Discover what employees want. So understand what employees need and want so that rewards can be aligned with this interest. Like for example, they want a promotion, so they have to strive to get that promotion and improve themselves in working in their company. Next is define contributions organization needs. So know what tools are at their disposal to help motivate employees, like having an employee engagement activities and do some simple surveys to know that what make them happy, and of course a simple appreciation and feedback can also make them more motivational. Next is we have communicate how employees can earn rewards. So understand how employees react to both financial rewards and how these rewards motivate employees to perform. Next is we have be fair and trustworthy. So in this, you need to understand how the rules as managers and leaders are critical for doing all this effectively and in a way that is seen as fair and trustworthy. So next is the needs. People have four level of needs. So we have here first the survival needs. So mostly basic employee needs. So most people seek to work for a business to do so in large part because they need satisfied by employment is earning enough money for living. So that's their way of survival, earning money for living. Next is we have social needs. It's sense of belonging. This can be helpful in managing rather employee direction and behavior in the workplace. So next is we have recognition. Everybody likes to be appreciated, even us. So this is the desire for praise and attention from colleges and superiors. So it leads employees know that what they did is the desired behavior and likes what they see. Next is achievement. So if the employee believe that what they are doing is important, they will highly energize to give incredible effort to make the important task happen. So achievements needs can also be fulfilled while satisfying social needs. Next slide. Recognizing a job well done. So first we have here formal and informal programs. So formal and informal employee training can both add value to your team engagement and success. Next is reinforcement of cultural values. So culture isn't a few platitudes on the wall. Culture flows from true values, what the company spends time and money on. So it reflects company values after all. So it includes values alignment in performance coaching and celebrate team members when their action embody company values. Next is we have cash versus symbolic rewards. So these rewards will help businesses get more out of their incentive strategy. They are fun, memorable, and easy to share socially. So in addition, they generate appreciation and increase motivation and performance at work. Next, we have here making the job fun. So first, customer expectations. So you should fulfill or meet your customer expectations. Next is fun, is infectious. So you should have a positivity and put a smile on your face to light up the day of everyone around you. Next is minimize negatives. So don't think about the negativity in your workplace. Instead, motivate them to be more better and good into their work. Not last is we have help employees deal with negative aspects of job. So when they are in need of your help, don't hesitate to help them, especially if they are having a hard time to a specific thing, and help them on how to handle this kind of problem so that when they will going to face this specific problem again, they can handle it on their own without putting more pressure on their shoulders. So next slide, we have here empowering the employee. So first is empowerment. So it has growth and development. So you should make them grow as an individual inside the workplace. Teach them something that can make them improve and develop this kind of traits or skills that they needed in order to grow and develop. Next is fun. So give them a positivity and happy environment so that they can also share the positivity to their customer or to their coworkers. So next is achieving company's mission. So in this, having a good ethic in the workplace can make them achieve the company's mission to be more friendly and sincere to their work. So next is we have here 5 Ks to effective empowerment implementation. So first we have training. So training, we all know that training is crucial for organizational development and success. So it is fruitful to both employers and employees of an organization. So an employee will become more efficient and productive if he is trained well. Next is willingness. Having the ability and willingness to learn helps you get to grips with a job quickly. It helps you develop the best techniques and take on important information such as how to stay safe in the workplace. So employers look for people who can demonstrate a willingness to learn. Next is measurement. So work measurement is very important for promoting productivity of an organization. It enables management to compare alternate methods and also to do initial staffing. So work measurement provides basis for proper planning. Next is incentives. Giving incentives to your employees not only motivates them to do their work, but it can also motivate them to stay longer at your company. Next, lastly, is we have managerial buy-in. So buy-in doesn't just benefit the organization, collaboration also can increase job satisfaction and lead to better company outcomes. Working in teams allows your staff more opportunities to release their creativity ideas and offers a greater sense of belonging. So next slide is we have other aspect of empowerment. So first, limitation and potentials. So work limitation rates are crucial indicators of the health status of working people. So if related to work productivity, work limitation rates may also supply important information about the economic burden of illness. So high potential employees show the desire for growth, taking on additional responsibilities within senior management and accountability for decision making. So they make their long-term goals clear and do well with development programs instilled with their internal growth. Next is degrees of empowerment. So employee empowerment can instill greater trust in leadership. So encourage employees' motivation, lead to greater creativity, and improve employee retention, all of which ultimately result in a better bottom line. Next is unintended consequences of empowerment. So these unintended consequences include increased time poverty, sex-segregated labor markets, gender-based violence, the co-option or loss of income, and poor health outcomes. Next is we have rewarding employee performance. So power of positive reinforcement. A well-accepted psychological principle is that if you reward desired behaviors and don't reward undesired behaviors, you will get more of the desired behavior and power of undesired ones. So it means knowing what employees need and want is only half the battle. So you need to figure out how are you going to connect rewards and behaviors so that in the process of fulfilling their needs, you elicit the employees the exceptional performance that you desire. So next slide is linking performance and future rewards. So expectancy theory. Can you achieve the performance level? Does achieving the performance level get rewarded? Do you value the reward? So for me, it depends of the employee's belief or expectation. If they can achieve a certain performance level, that achieving this performance level will lead to promised rewards. So if employees value these rewards sufficiently, they will be motivated to put in the effort necessary to get the rewards. Next is employee rules in the organization. So first is we have rule theory. So it is a way to explain how the organization, group, or work team influences the behavior of its member. So people behave in their rules in fairly predictable patterns, so which are usually influenced by others. Next slide is we have cast member rule. So this rule is a unique way to enhance the nature and performance of the job. So everyone in the organizational cast should play a role in a public performance. Next is we have rule conflicts. So this continual process of playing different rules is full of potential and real conflict for guest service employees. So, a person who is sent different rules, expectations by different people may feel conflict and confusion. Next slide is we have employee rules in the organization. So first we have rule clarification. So manager needs to spend time and energy in minimizing employee rule conflict and maximizing rule clarity. So when the organization and its leadership don't spend the necessary time clarify employees rules expectation rather, the potential for conflict is great. Next is we have emotional labor and role playing. So frontline hospitality employees who interact with guests have to be good and performing what is termed emotional labor. So these employees not only need the skills, ability, and knowledge to perform the services, which may require sure physical labor, but also need whatever it takes to perform the service in a certain way. Next slide is we have setting goal. So first, it is like mostly managers are familiar with the value for the overall organization of goal setting for individual employees and units. So first, we have here the goal setting. So this allow employees to know where they are supposed to be heading and what it will look like when they get there. So it keep form people in wasting time doing trivial matters. Next is we have SMART criteria. It produces logical and complete picture of how each part of the organization can contribute to its overall success. So it shows to all members of the organization what they do and how they do them can add value to the organization. Next is we have management by objectives or MBOs. So it is a process of having each employees set specific and measurable goals and then using the achievement of those goals as a main motivator for the employees performance assessment. So doing it, it takes time and effort, most especially for tasks whose performance outcomes are difficult to measure. So but the benefit achieved by employees to set goals and make the effort worthwhile. Next slide is we have managerial authority. Authority acceptance theory, precondition for accepting direction. So first we have understanding. So the employee must understand directives. Next, consistency with organization. The employee must believe the directive is consistent with the organization's goals. Next is we have consistency with employee. So the employee must believe that the directive is consistent with the employee own goals. Next is we have physical and mentally able. So the employee must be physical and mentally able to carry out the directives. Next is we have securing compliance with directives. So first we have issue directives that comply with the 4 preconditions. So effective managers issue directives that comply with 4 preconditions. Next is we have clear communication through every relationship. So effective manager ensure not just clear communication from the subordinates to the manager and between subordinates. Next is we have job related task. people joining an organization expect to job-related tasks. Next is we have member enforcing compliance. So member enforce each other compliance. So next slide is we have regarding leaders rather. So first we have managers and leaders. So managers embrace process, seek stability and control, and instinctively try to resolve problems quickly. Sometimes, before they fully understand the problem's significance, leaders, in contrast, tolerance, chaos, and lack of structure, and are willing to delay closure in order to understand the issue more fully. So, um, leaders focus on rules and pull employees to achieve organizational goals and objectives. So they are also influence, inspire, drive people, while managers focus on functions and push employees to achieve them. They make sure that day-to-day activities are executed effectively. Next is we have leading with integrity. So behavior integrity. Describe the fit between what the leader says and what the leader does. So it is like you, the leader, will command them on what they have to do in that specific thing, and they will gonna do it and obey, like how the leaders listen and obey to his or her upper than him or her. So next is we have leaders and changing environment. So as hospitality leaders, try to strike the in documents contributions balance that will motivate employees to perform at their best. So they must remain responsive to the ever-changing environment. So increased diversity, more work themes, greater global competition, cultural shift, new technology, and many more. So, yeah, that's all for today, and thank you for listening to my discussion.